yeah, if you think you're going to do it in your own strength, then you know what? Yeah, you can do it.
COVID, it's been helping people move their businesses from offline or brick and mortar to online.
Systems are more important than skills as an entrepreneur today.
It's totally okay to reinvent yourself multiple times, especially when you're an entrepreneur.
Welcome to Profitable Coaching Conversations with Wendy Y. Bailey. If you're a coach, speaker, or industry expert, you're in the right place for sales and marketing wisdom and insight to grow your coaching business. Now, here's your host, Income Acceleration Mentor, Wendy Y. Bailey. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendy Y. Bailey. I am indeed Wendy Y. Bailey, and I just want to say hello and welcome you here. I am broadcasting live on Facebook and my Facebook profile, my Facebook group, my Facebook page. I have two groups, so I'm broadcasting in both groups. I'm also broadcasting on LinkedIn and two YouTube channels. So wherever you are, just make sure you say hello. Let me know that you're here. If you're catching it on the replay, be sure that you type #replay so that I know you were here. Excuse me. Of course, if you have questions, you can post them on whatever platform where you're watching me, and I'll come back to those platforms if I don't see you live and answer your questions. Today's topic is about the keys to exponential growth in your coaching business. Now, as a 20 plus year veteran, I've seen ebbs and flows throughout those 20 years. Hello, glad you're here. I've seen ebbs and flows. And the thing that I've learned is there's a strategy. There are some key concepts that you want to know when it comes to building out your business growth plan or your business growth strategy. The strategy and the plan really do go hand in hand. So you need to have something that works in both. A plan will usually have activities, actions, dates, deadlines, and a strategy will give you sort of the steps to follow or the path to follow when you want to get to that space and place. So today, I'm talking about exponential growth and building out a business growth plan with a really powerful strategy. I'm Wendy Y. Bailey. Let me take a minute and reintroduce myself to some and introduce myself to others. I'm a 20 plus year veteran master business and sales coach, and I've been a full-time coach the whole time. I was voted off the island, as I like to say, in 2001. And after going and getting my professional coach training and certifications, I officially launched my business in June of 2002. And here we are in 2023, and I'm still here. 20 plus years later. I've learned a lot. I've grown a lot. I've served hundreds and thousands of clients. And when I say thousands, I mean by the people that watch my videos, the people that have been in attendance when I've been speaking on stages. That's how I get to the thousands. I'm the author of 3 books, 2 best-selling books, and my 4th book is coming out hopefully by the end of the month. That's the plan. It's in the editing phases right now. And, it's because I understand what my clients need. I typically serve at or near 6-figure coaches, helping them to grow and scale their coaching businesses. I work in 3 distinct areas. Business, it's all about infrastructure and systems and processes and automation. The second area is marketing messaging. So it's what you do to get seen, known. Hey, Stephanie Treasure, it's what you do to get seen, known, and heard in the marketplace. And then profitable selling secrets is all about having those conversations, and they're authentic. So you don't have to worry about being sleazy or slimy or pushy or salesy. So those are the 3 areas that I work with my clients on. And I want to make sure you guys know about my upcoming masterclass. It's actually the first comment. The link is in the first comment if you want to check it out. It's a complimentary 3-part masterclass series designed to give you a blueprint for growing your coaching business. So be sure to go to elevatewithwendy.com so that you can sign up for that complimentary series. It's going to be really fun. Like it's new content, but I'm sort of presenting it in a different way from some other ways I presented it before. So I'm excited about sharing that with you. So let's talk about exponential growth. Yeah, there are people in the marketplace that are always telling you you can grow your business, you can double, triple, quadruple. And I even say that. But what I've learned is there is a strategy that you must have when it comes to growing your coaching business. I specifically work with coaches. So this is really about helping you as a coach understand what you can do to grow your coaching business. So the first thing is to create a statement of value for what you offer, your high ticket offer. And here's what I mean by that. If you don't understand the value of something that you're offering, especially a high ticket program, you're not going to be able to sell it because you don't believe in the value of it. You don't know the value of it. So take a few minutes and sit down and ask yourself, what is the value of this program? And think about it in terms that speak to the client. What's in it for the client? Based on what's in it for the client will help you identify the value of that. If you don't know the value, like I said, you won't be able to sell it. So sit down and write down all of the reasons why this is important, it's necessary, it's valuable for your most ideal client. Okay. When you understand the value statement, that's just what I called it. It's a statement for you around the value that you're bringing to it as well. So it's what's in it for your ideal client. It's also what you're bringing to this high ticket program that your ideal clients recognize value in because you do it. People look at me and when we talk about value, they say, wow, you've got such long and deep experience in coaching that's great value. You like your experience, what you've learned, how you support your clients, some of the mistakes and missteps that you made, some of the successes that you've had are all components of your value statement for your high ticket offer. So think about that for you. Remember that when you understand the value of it, the value you're bringing, what it means for the client, then it's going to make a world of difference in your ability to sell the program, to enroll people in your high ticket program. The next thing you want to make sure you do, and I kind of hinted at it before, you also need to make sure you define the language of value. When I talk about the language of value, I'm talking about those sound bites that your clients give you, right? Those sound bites, what you hear your clients say when they're like, wow, I knew I needed to be in your program because yada, 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 right? I knew that this was the right program for me when you said blah, 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 or you took us through this exercise or this visualization or this template that you showed us. I knew it was the program for me. Those are the sound bites of value, and you get to use those to define the value of what you offer. Now, I'm primarily talking about a high ticket program, but if you're selling any kind of coaching, the same part of the strategy applies. One, you've got to create a statement of value. Number two, you've got to define the language of value. Now, there are 4 types of value, and these are the Wendy Y definitions of value that I want to give you. There's financial value, there's business value, there's personal value, and there's lifetime value. Those are the 4 types of value that I talk about. When I talk about financial value, it's all about numbers. It's about a return on investment. What can your client say about you and the return on their investment? Because I'm a business and sales coach, it's easy. My clients are like, oh, you helped me, boost my income 200%. Or it's about productivity. Oh, because you helped me, I'm 170% more productive than I was before. Because I invested X number of dollars, I was able to get 4 times the investment, the return on my investment because I worked with you. Those are real numbers that I've had people say to me. That's the language of value. That's the language of financial value. Okay. Second type of value is business value. It's all about efficiency and effectiveness. It's about you showing your clients and coaching your clients to work smarter versus harder. It's about you streamlining the success or helping your clients achieve freedom sooner than they thought they would have by themselves. So understanding efficiency, effectiveness, and the language of that is really important. The third type of value is personal. Because I also serve life coaches and relationship coaches, personal value is important. And the language of personal value is, if you're a relationship coach, wow, my relationship is better because now my mate and I have a date night every week. Or because of the work we've done together, we're renewing our vows. Those are real testaments to the success of your coaching someone if you're a relationship coach. If you're a life coach, better is what they want their lives to be, right? Your clients. So ask your clients what better looks like. Oh, I'm much more decisive. I feel more confident in my abilities. I'm doing more than I ever thought possible. I'm really enjoying my life. It sounds subjective, but that's the language of personal value. And then the lifetime value is really your isms, your catchphrases, that when you're talking to your most ideal clients, they're like, wow, long after they've coached with you, they still remember your catchphrases. That's why it's lifetime value. I charge for that, or for the words I'm known for in the marketplace. There are people who worked with me many, many years ago, and when something happens and they feel like they've been challenged around their fees, they will say, oh, Wendy Y taught me, I charge for that. So now I know how to deal with that situation. That's a Wendy Y-ism. That's one of my catchphrases. It's what I wrote one of my books about, was the I charge for that mindset. So think about your catchphrases. Think about your isms. Excuse me. I remember years ago, I was working with a virtual assistant, and I was trying to come up with a name for my recommendations, my recommended tools, a page, a domain name. And I was a real domain junkie back in the day. And she said, well, I don't know if you recognize it, but you say all the time, how cool is that? And cool is spelled Kewl. And I was like, oh, do I say that a lot? And so guess what? That became an obvious catchphrase for me because I wasn't even aware that I was saying it. And so how cool is that? Kewl is how you spell cool, became that page. I, since let the domain go, but I still use that phrase in a lot of my writing because it's me. How cool is that? Oh, this is so good stuff. There are catchphrases that I identify with. And so because I identify with them, I make sure that I pour them into everything I'm doing. You have catchphrases, you have isms that you work through. And because of that, you get to identify the language of lifetime value. If you've been in your business, your coaching business for a while, and clients are coming to you and they're recognizing sort of how you say things, how you do things, that's an ism. That's a catchphrase. And you want to document it, right? You want to write it down. You want to really embellish it a lot because it still offers value long after you completed your coaching of that client. So those are the Wendy Y definitions of value. And when you understand the language of value, then you can actually use those sound bites in your marketing. You can use those sound bites in your emails, your social media, in everything that you do. Everything that you do, because they represent who you are and the value you bring to whatever the program is. The third thing I want to give you as a part of the strategy is to set your fees for maximum profitability. I talk to way too many coaches every day that are undercharging for what you offer in the marketplace. I'm not just talking about the high ticket programs. I'm talking about the if you look at a typical funnel, sometimes people will tell you start with the low hanging fruit and then build until, nurture the relationship and people will go into your higher level. I don't know that philosophically I totally agree with that. But let me say this, if you've got some low hanging fruit, if you've got some products or programs in your coaching business that are for the folks who really can't afford to pay your high ticket offer, let me just tell you that it takes just as much marketing effort to sell the low ticket program as it does to sell the high ticket program. It's all about who you truly want to serve. So when I talk about setting your fees for maximum profitability, make sure you're setting your fees in a way that represents the value that you believe you offer through your coaching program, whether it's high ticket or low ticket. You've got to make sure that you're setting your fees so that you can live indoors with running water and put hot dogs on the table. That's what I always say. That's to me my measure of profitability. Now, let me say, in all seriousness, I feel like it's important for you to do more than live indoors with running water and hot dogs on the table. You want to live a life that is comfortable for you. And when you do that, in order to do that, when you're a coach, you must set your fees at a level that represents the value you bring and the kind of caliber of life that you want to create, because it really does flow into all areas of your business when you understand that. The fourth part of the strategy, and let me make sure I say this. Back to number 3, set your fees for maximum profitability. My coach says you should aggressively charge for your high ticket offer. And what I want to say to you is, in order to be able to aggressively charge for your high ticket offer, it means that you've got to do the work on your mindset. I'm going to say more about that in just a second. The fourth part of the strategy I want to give you, and I've been talking about the keys to create exponential growth in your coaching business, okay? In your coaching business. The first one I gave you, thank you guys for signing up for the masterclass. I see you. The first thing I said is to create a statement of value for your high ticket offer. It's a statement that says, this is the value I'm pouring into it, and this is why that's important to you who are going to buy this high ticket offer. Okay. The second is to define the language of value. That means you're thinking in terms of sound bites you've heard from your clients about value. I gave you 4 types of value. If you missed them, go back and catch the replay. The third one is to set your fees for maximum profitability. My coach, as I said, says you have to aggressively charge for your high ticket offer. And can I tell you that it took me a lot to really embrace that, because, like most coaches, I want to help everybody, right? But everybody is not your ideal client. Everybody is not in a position to invest at the level that you set your fees and the value of what you offer. So number 4 is to plan for incremental increases. If you have to set like moderate or low fees for your programs, make sure that you're planning for increases, because as you deliver that program, the more you pour into it, the more you get into a groove and you're coaching really well in the program, your content is shining, you're seeing people soar in what they do. The more you do that, the more you recognize the value it's bringing to them, and your expertise is also growing. The more you learn, the more courses you take, the more study you have, the more you just operate in your business, your dollar value goes right up. It goes through the roof. So recognizing that, plan for incremental increases, right? If you're charging, years ago when I used the model where, someone pays you in advance and you coach them for 6 or 9 or 12 months. I started with that model when I started my coaching business. And every year I would incrementally increase my fee for that to extend to my one-on-one clients, right? Plan for that in everything that you do. And what you're going to see is, as your value grows, so will your fees and so will your profitability. That's really, really crucial. And then the next thing I want to talk about, this is the last one. This is a big one. And then I'm going to give you the most important key to constantly exponentially grow your business. The 5th one is this, and I'm going to freak some people out with this, but it's okay. You're going to be fine. I want you to really digest it. I want you to really think about it, because it's going to make a world of difference for you. Only focus on attracting and serving your most ideal clients. Let me let that land for you a little bit, because it's big. Only focus on attracting and serving your most ideal clients. It's not your job to serve the masses, right? You're there to serve a specific subset of the community, of the world, of the marketplace. Not everybody and their mama, daddy, brother, sister, cousin, right? You're there to serve your most ideal clients specifically. When you focus on that, you don't get tired of what you've got to do to get seen and known and be attractive to your most ideal clients, because you know where your ideal clients hang out, you know what they read, what they watch, you know how to connect with them, you know who to collaborate to get in front of them. You've got to get clear about who your most ideal client is, serve only them, because they are the people that will appreciate you the most. And a friend of mine, Dr. Fred Jones, says, go where you are celebrated, not tolerated, then you will be appreciated and compensated. Let me say it again, because the first time he said it to me, I was like, wow, Dr. Fred, that's good. Go where you are celebrated, not tolerated, then you will be appreciated and compensated. That's the beauty of serving your most ideal clients only. And what happens is when you have clarity about who your most ideal clients are, you end up attracting them. It's sort of like when you drive onto a car lot and you're looking for, a shiny red sports car. Maybe not, but you're looking for that. And because you look for a shiny red sports car, you go ahead, you get your shiny red sports car, you drive off the lot, and all of a sudden you see shiny red sports cars everywhere. At the light, at the stop sign, parked next to you at the mall, in the grocery store, you just see it. When you are focused on your ideal client, it's really like that. You're turning up the volume on your attraction factor to meet and connect with them in the right spaces and places, to get seen, heard, and known by your most ideal clients in the right spaces and places. That's the beauty of it. The thing that I always like to tell people is your most ideal clients, and let me say this really, really clearly, your most ideal clients don't haggle with you over your fees. They don't say, oh, that's too much. Your ideal clients don't do that, okay? Your ideal clients also respect your authority and subject matter expertise. They're not looking at you and questioning if you can do what you say you can do, if you've done what you say you have done. They know, they believe, and respect your authority and your subject matter expertise. Ideal clients also believe in your ability to solve their problems. If you can't solve their problems, if they don't see it, don't try to convince them. Let people know it's okay. You're not the one for everyone. You want to serve your most ideal clients, and your most ideal clients see you as the expert that you are. They see you as the beacon of light in their dark spaces to help them solve their problems. They know that you've got the goods to truly and truly help them. The last thing is they don't struggle to pay your fees. Your most ideal clients aren't struggling. And let me say this, every time I sit down with a client and we talk about their ideal client, and I get to the question where I ask them, what kind of money does your ideal client make? What salary, what kind of income are they bringing into their business? What do you know about those numbers? Every single time I sit down and I talk to someone and they really start to think about the people that they've been serving people that can't afford to pay them. They've been serving people who don't recognize their authority. And the big thing about paying is they don't have the income, they don't have the business income, the salary to pay you. And that means they're not your ideal client. And you got to stop trying to serve clients who can't afford to pay you. Okay. And let me say this too. Sometimes your ideal client, everything else is there but the ability to pay you. Okay. So you've got to give them what they need until they reach that point. You can't give them all of like your high ticket program. What you do is you offer them opportunities to stay connected and to continue growing. And here's the last thing I want to say about that. You ever talk to a client, a potential client, they said they wanted to hire you, they said they couldn't afford you, and you said, okay, you walked away from that, right? And the next thing you see, they got a brand new car or they're enrolled in somebody else's program. The answer to that challenge is value. That's why the first part of this strategy is creating your value statement, right? Defining your value language, right? Those are the first two steps in this strategy. It's because you haven't successfully communicated the value of your program and how you can help solve the client's problem. You've got to do that Because if you don't, then you'll always get the I can't afford you and see people doing other things. When you can express the value in terms that your ideal client sees it, knows it, believes in your ability to help them solve their problem, to deliver them to the transformation they seek, your enrollment rates will go up, your profits will soar. All of that will make the difference in terms of your exponential growth. Now, the last thing I'm going to say, if you're joining me, thank you guys for checking in. I appreciate it. Be sure that you type #replay to let me know that you're here. I'm on several platforms. If you have questions, be sure that you post your questions so that I can respond to your questions. Be sure to let me know that you're here as well. Just say hello. Hey, Wendy Y, I swung by. And it's a good thing for me to see you and to know that you're here. I'm here Monday through Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern. And then on Fridays, I just started it last week and I'm going to do it this week too. I do a roundup. I do a weekly roundup where I kind of touch on some of the things and some of the questions that have come up and stuff like that. The last thing, and this is the most important thing if you want to experience exponential growth in your coaching business, is you've got to constantly be very intentional, be very deliberate, be focused on growing your mindset. When you grow your mindset, it's not just about being positive. Like, I hear people say that all the time. Hey, Michael Wynn, it's not just about being positive. Fueling your mindset is about helping you to recognize what you really are. Is helping you to recognize how amazing you are and what you're bringing to the marketplace and how your coaching works. One of the things I do to fuel my mindset, because I've been doing this for so long, I go back and listen to some of my coaching sessions, right? I go back and watch some of my videos and I'm like, wow, I really was in the zone coaching this client. I really was in the zone when I served up this for my client. And because I was in the zone, I remember this client was able to go on and do this. Can I tell you that that's like really puffing me up a lot? It's reminding me of who I am. My coach, remembers, and I love this analogy. There's a skit that Dave Chappelle did on Chappelle Show related to Rick James. And Rick James was actually being interviewed about his gifts and his talents and the contribution he made to music. This was, well, obviously when he was alive. And I think the thing that Dave Chappelle captured in his skit about Rick James was, I'm Rick James. And there was a, cuss word he used. I'm Rick James. So you've got to know who you are. You've got to know the value of what you bring. You've got to stand in your greatness and all that value that you're bringing to the client. And in order to do that, that means you're fueling your mindset. I told you, I watch my videos, I listen to audios, I read my books. I also read other people's books, right? I look to my coach and my coaches. I look to my therapist. I look to my business besties to remind me of how really good I am. When I went to a conference, I think it was in October, I went to a conference and I had a roommate and we just would talk. We had that same kind of schedule where we were up the wee hours of the night, we would order food in and we would chat. And, when we got ready to go, she was like, you have really poured into me all weekend. We were just talking, but to hear that let me know that sometimes I do things that I'm not always aware of. And you're probably the same way. Read your books, watch your stuff, write down things in a journal about how amazing you are. When I was in corporate America, I used to have like a physical day planner, right? And there was a tab that was my brag book. It was where people had written me emails saying it was great working with you around this. I appreciate the ease of working with you. I'm glad you were on the team. And I would literally print out those emails. I would cut them up and I would paste them on the pages of that brag book section in my day planner. Whatever you need to do to remember who you are, how amazing and how great you are is what you do to fuel your mindset. Okay. So I've talked a lot. And if you have questions, feel free to ask your questions. Be sure to let me know that you are. Being a member of a business mastermind can lead to exponential growth in your coaching business and in your bottom line. But how do you know if the mastermind is right for you? The right mastermind offers an opportunity for you to discover new growth insights and proven business strategies while putting them into practice with the right tools to grow and scale your coaching business.
The right mastermind connects you to other high-achieving coaches so you can partner and collaborate. The right mastermind guides your efforts to grow and scale your coaching business. In just a few days, I'm hosting an information call so you can discover how to reserve your seat in the Profitable Coaches Mastermind. You can get all the details at profitablecoachesmastermind.com. You're invited to join this group networking and strategy call, and it's absolutely free. And so is the mastermind. That's right, the Profitable Coaching Mastermind is a high-value complementary opportunity for you to discover how to grow your coaching business. It's also a hands-on workshop designed to offer strategy to scale your coaching business. It's also an activation session with implementation tools you can use to grow and scale your coaching business. That's right, the Profitable Coaching Mastermind is totally complimentary. So save your spot so you can discover how to join the mastermind. This is not a sales call. Nothing will be sold. There will be no selling. There will be no offer. It is an opportunity, so save your spot. This is your opportunity for a collaborative interview, and you get to ask questions and get answers. Hi, Income Acceleration Mentor Wendy Y. Bailey here, and I'm so excited about the Profitable Coaches Mastermind. The information call is designed to give you a little bit more information about it and for you to sort of decide if it's the right time for you at this point. Remember, the information call is complimentary, and so is the mastermind. I'm so excited about it because I got to tell you, I have pulled 3 key pieces out of my body of work. We're going to talk in the mastermind about predictable coaching income. We're going to talk about business operations. And we're also going to talk about how you put your productivity into overdrive to create the sustainability in your coaching business. So be sure to sign up for the information call. I'm going to give you all the skinny when we meet. And I hope to see you in the mastermind as well. See you then.
Hi there, I'm Robert Kennedy III, and you're tuned in to the Profitable Coaching Conversations show with Wendy Y. Bailey. Don't forget to like, comment, review, and subscribe right now so that you're notified when the next episode goes live.
Hi, I'm Tim Fitzpatrick, and you're tuned into the Profitable Coaching Conversation show with Wendy Y. Bailey. Like, comment, review, and subscribe now so you're notified when the next episode goes live.
Hi, I'm Dr. Denise Dennis, and you are tuned in to the Profitable Coaching Conversation show with Wendy Y. Bailey. Like, comment, review, and subscribe now so you're notified when the next episode happens.
Thanks so much for tuning into Profitable Coaching Conversations with Wendy Y. Bailey. Be sure to join us at the after party at www.profitablecoachingsociety.com. We'll see you next time for more sales and marketing wisdom and insight from Wendy Y. and her amazing guests. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you know when new episodes are posted.